Welcome to the first race for Universe Motorsports. Who are we? Well, Universe Motorsports is a good name because we focus mainly on oval racing, but we go into a little bit of everything. Got a little bit of dirt ovals that I do, and I also do a good amount of road racing. Not as much as ovals, but it encompasses a lot through iRacing. And today we're at Watkins Glen in the ARCA car. We're driving the number 8 AAA Ford Fusion. You'll see that as we go through the race here. Today we're at Watkins Glen. Temperature is 78 degrees, partly cloudy. We should have a good amount of tire grip throughout the race. The first couple laps are going to be kind of sketchy as we start up here. And apparently, as we wait for everybody to start up on the grid here, we're behind two donkeys. That's interesting. Maybe we try to avoid those guys. We'll see how they act going down into turn one.
Good luck, have it. Have fun and take it easy into that first turn.
Good luck, everyone.
Good luck, guys. Good luck, fellas.
All right, progressing later into that pace lap, coming at the end here, we're just going to have to, a couple things we really have to pay attention on. Big focus is going into turn one, of course. Gotta make sure we're watching our mirrors here. Tires are going to be really, really slippery for the first couple laps. Once they get up to grip, especially through practice and qualifying, we felt really fast. So we'll see as we come up to the green here. Been riding the brakes, trying to warm up the brakes, make sure that we're good. We're going to take it patient. We're going to take it slow as we come into turn one. As we get through the S's and the bus stops and everything, hopefully we'll be single file, and we can focus on our rhythm there. Pace car is going to dive in. They jumped a little early. Green flag, green flag. We're clear on our right side. We're watching our back here. Watching the mirror, slowing up. Okay, everybody in front of us seems to slot into single file. Cars behind us also single file. This is good. We're going to take our time. Patience as we get up into the S's. Car gets really light here at the top. At the end of the S's, you've got to be careful not to have too much throttle. Gets a little bit loose, even with good grip. Car in front of us is slid out a little bit. We're going to brake a little bit earlier, trying to get into this bus stop. Make sure not to hit that guardrail because that will end your day easy. Good run. Oh, and we get absolutely lifted. Absolutely lifted. Lock it down, lock it down. Okay, try to blend in. We're getting out of the grass. We're going to have to keep that in mind next time we come around. Grass and dirt's going to be onto the track most likely. Alright, try to get your pace back. Can't believe that happened right at the first lap. 23 is peeking his nose in. We're probably going to let him have it. Could have shifted up, but we're focused on our mirror. We don't want to cut him off, give him room. Our rear tires are probably going to be very hot right now. We don't want to push it. Let him go. We'll get him back after. Oh, and he gets a little loose. He gets a little loose, and in the mirror, he hits the wall. I guess he...
Sorry, man. I fucking hit the wall.
Oh, he collected somebody. Wow, what an eventful first lap. We spin, let the 23 try to get around us. Oh, man. Let's go back and see what happened. That was insane. Okay, so for us, as we're coming into the bus stop, pretty good. We had a good entry, but I think the 4 just had a quicker run than he thought. Had a quicker run than we did. Man, we locked it down. That was close. That was very close. Luckily, there was not a lot of cars around us. If there was a lot, that would have been a mess. Oh, he just had a better run coming out. He bumps us just a little bit. The car is really light there. We're already coming off of the curb as well. He hits us just at that perfect moment where he pushes us, lifts us right off of that curb. This angle probably just highlights the save that we had. Look at that. An inch from the barrier, probably even less, centimeters from the barrier. But we get back into the lane. On board from the 4. Oh, and he got the guardrail there. I'm surprised he was able to still keep that speed. I wonder what damage he has for that. But he barely tapped us. I'm not too angry at that. It could have been worse. Didn't look intentional. And this is where we let the 23 have it. didn't want to push it. Still had that gap behind him to the next car in line. Figured we'd let him have it, but I think he just throttled up way too much. Coming out of 7. Yeah, throttled up way too much. He tried to catch it. Oh, and he smacks that wall hard. And then he collected somebody. We're going to have to go back and look at that. On board with the 23. Yeah, he feathers it up before he was really straight on it. Oh, gets smacked right in the driver's side. Oh, yeah, really hard. And who did he collect this? The 13? Oh, both those cars are definitely out. This is a D-class race, so there are no cautions. So on the other side of the track, while they're cleaning that up, we're going through the bus stop again. Trying to just keep our pace. I'm flustered here. I was starting 6th. Now I'm down to 12th, 13th. Where are we? 12th? That's...
Shit. I just blew it up or something.
Oh, and apparently on team radio, apparently we have the 7 car blowing up. He might be ahead of us. That might be a spot gain back. We're catching his 16 at a blistering pace. He just got passed, but I think that was the number 9. I'm really trying to push it. I want to gain these spots back. We still got to give it time. We're early in this race. I don't want to push it too hard. But man, losing all those positions right at the start really gets me. Coming up through these S's. I feel quick through the S's as long as I have good tires under me. Once they start to slip, once I get a little bit of older tires, the S's are kind of sketchy for me, but I feel like the entry into the bus stop is probably my best spot on this track. And then going into 1, as long as I can maintain brake pressure and not go too hard, lock it up. Those are the 2 corners of the track we should be excellent at. Carousel is okay here. I like to hold it a little bit closer to the yellow line. Some guys are outside on the further part of the carousel trying to get a little bit more speed into the straight that's right here. We're a little bit quicker than the 16, but I really don't want to push it. I don't want to dive bomb him, especially after that earlier spin. Let's just not push it too hard. Let's just try to get by him easy. He's leaving the door open here and there. Had a little bit of a run through the middle of the corner, but he has a little bit of an even exit with us. We're going to stay right behind him. I don't want to dive into his turn. We're going to try to get him through the S's. We'll let him make a mistake. That 9 is now up on a car up there. I think he's trying to make a pass on the 20, I believe that is. If they start battling, that'll slow them up to us, possibly get the 16 involved, and maybe we'll have a chance to knock 3 spots out of 1 as we get just really loose coming out of the S's here. We'll see if we can outbrake him going into the bus stop here. Yeah, that 9 is all over that 20. He's peeking on the inside. 9 is all over him. He's looking to make a pass, I'm sure, coming out of this carousel. He's going to have a better run coming out. Yeah. He's peeking down on the right-hand side. He's going to switch over to the left. And the 20 is going to let him go. Clean, easy pass for the 9. That's probably going to bring the 20 just a little bit back to us, as we're going to try to get around the 16 at some point here. Waiting for him to make a mistake, but we might have to force it. He might have to slow up a little bit quicker for the 20, so let's really dive it in. Diving it in too hard, get on that brake. Oh, just slightly had a tap on him.
Sorry, 16.
Don't want him to think that I was dive bombing him or pushing too hard. We don't need him blocking us. He's already holding us up too much as is. That 20 is starting to take off now, especially after that little mishap we had there bumping into the 16. 16 is giving us a little bit of clean air. Let's see if we can dive it in. '16 seems to have a little bit of a better exit and bus stop. Right in the middle to exit's probably not as great for me as I would like. 16, going in a little heavy. He slides it outside of the track limits. We're going to take that opportunity to go left. See if we can get around him easy. He does give it to us. And there we go, up another spot. All right, back into the top 10, even though we started 6th and lost all those positions on the first lap. We still have a good amount of laps to try to get something back. Oh, and the 16 behind us in the mirror just spins it coming out of the turn. We have no pressure now behind us. Take our time. We're going to focus just strictly on what's ahead of us. We don't need to worry about now behind us. The next car is about 4 seconds behind. We are in a good spot. We're going to have to dig and just focus on pushing back up there. Oh, and the 20 gets a little bit loose in the carousel. Into the grass he goes. He's going to be super slow as we come up behind him here. And we're going to get him easy into this turn. Oh, he's not going to give it up, is he? Nope. We're able to pass him. We're able to clear him. All right, another spot behind us. Now we need to dig. Oh, too much throttle. Oh, too much throttle. Oh, hold it, hold it. Oh, what a save. I cannot believe I held that. I felt like the car was either going to go right into the pit wall or we were going to cut off the 20 and end up just like the 23 getting slammed in the door. Ah, man, we just got that position and what a terrible... Oh, the rear tires were heated up after that little, that extra power we had earlier and we slid it. Tires are really hot, getting into that corner too much. Pushed us wide, and now we've lost all track position that we gained on that 20. This is us coming out of 7. Oh, it's so much more obvious outside the car, I feel like, than it is on the inside of how much of a save that was. We could have easily lost it. Alright, later on that lap. Still behind the 20. And did he just disappear? I think he blinked out. Is he behind us now? What? Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. After the mishap we just had and then the terrible start of the first lap, I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to fight it. We'll take it. We're ways behind him, and there he goes. He blinks. I mean, I've seen cars blink from bad connection, but they usually blink right back in front of you, perfectly behind me. I'm gonna take it. Coming up on a lap car that's entering pit road, that's gonna hurt us as the 20 is gonna catch up to us. Now I feel like we're really being pressured here by the 20, especially after the mistake we had earlier. He's probably gonna force us into another mistake just like that as we're focusing on the mirror, and he's gonna try to nose it in. Not close enough, but I'm still trying to give him room just in case he pushes it too much. He's a little bit on our left side now. Going into the S's, we should have the preferred line. Missing a shift into that corner is another mistake that we should not be doing. Focusing on our mirror. Man, this 20 is in my head right now. We need to get away from him quick. The 11's now catching up onto the 20. That might aid us. If they start fighting, we can pull away. Levin's taking a little bit of a wider turn through the carousel. Should give him a little bit of a speed boost. Oh, 20 clips a little bit too much of that curb. That's going to slow him up to the 11. That 11 had a really good entry into turn 1. He's on the 20 now. Oh, he loses it coming up the S's. A little bit of ground. The 20 is better in the S's for sure. We're coming up on a lap car that we really need to make sure that we get by him quick. Otherwise, both of these guys are going to be right up on us. Ooh, 11's nosing it in there, but the 20 still had a good exit coming out of the bus. Now we got to make sure that we focus. Coming up to this Miller Lite lap car. Maybe we can catch him before getting into 6th. We're going to go right around him on the left. And he doesn't really give us too much room. I expected him to be a little bit more to the right there. All we need to do is clear him here. And we are going to do that, but the 20 is also going to clear him. That really didn't benefit us in any way. And now the 20 is starting to make another look, and I see that the 11's not behind him anymore. Unless he fell back, he's not there in a mirror. So this is earlier, right before we cut away. I guess he clipped a little bit too much of that. Oh, that little bit of that curbing, and he just spins it. But he locks it down, able to keep it out of damage. Who was that just hit him? Okay. Hey, the 11 locked it down. I mean, there's nothing more he could do, really. He didn't hit nothing at all. He could have kept going, but of course, that car is going to have to smack him.
Go ahead, Six. I'm just driving. I ain't gonna pass you.
Pushing it hard, coming out of the carousel, a little bit loose. That 20 is still behind us. We have a little bit of a buffer between the two of us. Let's just not make a mistake here. We cannot shake him though, so we do have to be vigilant. Make sure that he's not going to try any sudden moves. Oh, we get really loose coming out of the corner. We're losing tenths of seconds every time we get loose coming like that off the corner. Focus on our downshifts.
14, pass me on the straightaway up here. I'll get out of your way.
Got 4 laps to go.
Yes, sir.
With 4 laps to go, we got 2 lap cars relatively near us that we're coming up on, a little bit further up this straightaway. Not much of a concern right now, but we do have to plan for that when we get to them. Make sure that hopefully we can get by these guys without incident and not have this 20 get any closer to us. Besides the 20, we have the 4 car behind him who's more than 12 seconds behind. Really, it's just me and the 20 right now. And who is that in front of us? It looks like the 2 is going really slow. He is a lap car, or he is a lead lap car, excuse me. The 2 lap cars are able to get by him. He might have spun or hit the wall or something. This might be another spot for us. Now that I see that spot in front of me, I feel like I gotta push. I can get by him. If he's slow or damaged, he might hold up the 20. Would give us another push towards the front as far as getting back to the positions that we were at before we spun on that first lap. And the 2 is gonna lock it up getting into the turn. We're gonna be able to get underneath him here, and he might give it to us in the corner, maybe keep up with us. Oh, he's gonna give it to us, luckily. Okay, so hopefully he's gonna somehow hold up the 20, and we are just gonna wheel it through this corner here. Now we gotta deal with these 2 lap cars. Hopefully we can get by him on the straightaway. Behind each other. Now he's going to the left. Maybe we can get to the right. No, we're going to go center. We're going to go center and just split the 2 lap cars. Hopefully the 2 and the 20 will get hung up behind. 2 is going to make a fantastic move and get by both lap cars. So now the 2 is behind us. They lead lap car. Looks like the 20 might still be trapped behind him. That's going to separate the 20. The 2 might be damaged. That might give us a bonus to not have anybody around us. We are back up to 6th place. Possibly 6th place. We'll see as we cross the line once these results update, or the relative updates. Now we just got to hit our marks. No lap cars in front of us. The 20 got by one of the lap cars. He's still contending with another one. Now we got 2 laps to go as we go into turn 1. Pretty good entry. Pretty good entry. The 2 also had a good entry. He's hugging that line as he comes out of turn 2. gets onto the curbing, gives him a little bit better entry into the S's. Car is still light. We're feathering the throttle as we come through. That was actually one of the better S's that we've had all race here. A little bit slippery coming out. We got to manage that and make sure that we definitely don't screw that up on the last lap. Easy into the buses. The 2 is not super close to us, but he is close enough where if we make any kind of mistake, he could pounce at any minute. Coming out of 7 for this white flag for this last lap. And we do it again! We get a little bit loose coming out of the corner, able to save it a lot better than we did last time. On board with the 2 right behind us as we come into turn 1. Is he going to dive it down? He brakes a little bit later than we do. He cuts it in a little bit more too, is going to gain him some ground. We should have a better run off getting into the S's here. And he's going to blink. There's a lot of blinkers in this race. Hopefully he doesn't blink in front of me. We're going to have to keep an eye on that as we go through here. He's in our draft. Right up on us. I want to defend into this bus stop, but I don't want to put myself in a bad position to get close to that guardrail. And he just had a massive run. And he brakes not to hit us, I think. I think he had to check up not to hit us. That's going to hurt his run. He's very loose coming out of the bus stop. In the mirror, you can see him get a little bit sideways. That's going to give us just enough room to hopefully hold it.
What an idiot.
And somebody's an idiot. Hopefully there's another wreck in front of us and we gain even another spot. But I cannot be more happy than where we are right now. We started 6th, went through mayhem, and now apparently back into 6th. He just blinked again. He just came back behind us. Thank God he didn't end up in front of us. And we're going to end this day with no gain, but luckily, or no negative loss, as we really had just one whale of a race, especially for our first race.
Good race, guys.
Oh, man. That was insane. I'm just happy we were able to get a top 10 for one, but also to get back to this place that we started. That was a good race. Good race with everybody involved. Strength of field in this race was a 12.06. My road rating is a 1500, so nothing to sneeze home about. Sneeze home, write home, same thing. You know what I mean. But nothing to write home about, but what a great race from everybody involved. There was a few hiccups, a few mess-ups here and there, but what a successful race. We did not wreck. We saved it off that wall. Fantastic finish.